That a lot of effort, without a lot of faith, without a lot of support. We thank you all. Each and every one of you here today is part of our team, and we couldn't have done it without you. So for those of you that don't know, I'm Ed Small, and I'm president of Smart Hotels, and we're one of the two entities that came together to form Smart Hotels Olympia Chicago LLC. And I think the thanks tonight starts with my partner, John Adams, for giving me the leeway to pursue what may at times have seemed like too difficult and challenging a project, but early on he recognized the opportunity here and the importance of doing not only a hotel, but contributing to a community. We want to thank our friends and partners at Olympia for being there with us from day one, to the efforts that they made to make sure that the commitments we made early on were fulfilled and in many cases exceeded. We want to thank everyone in this community, and this is quite a community. You're under my skin. Hopefully at some point we'll be under yours in a good way. And you know, I'd like to challenge anyone who knows me knows that my family probably first and foremost, but a challenge is only good if it's rewarding in the end. And I think when you can have impact with the project, that's rewarding. And so thank you for the privilege of being part of Hyde Park in the 4th Ward. That includes the sitting, the previous Shirley, Tony, and Will Alderman, the people at the city, from Mike Jasso and others who were so helpful at different parts here, the people from the different organizations, Henry English and others who didn't have to stand up for us. And as we know, in a community like this, when you propose development, the knee-jerk reaction is no. And yet, I think on the whole, the community needed to just get a sense that we were going to be a part of the community, that we weren't going to come in here and impose our will, but we were going to do something that hopefully added to it. And hopefully today, as you walk through and you see the great job that our design team did, and thank you folks at Leggett and our construction team, and how they conducted themselves, that you feel good about it. There are other people in this room from a number of attorneys, to other folks, consultants, market consultants, TIP, and all the rest of it, who worked so hard on this, and none of you know them, and it's a shame, because they each poured their heart out. They did vacations. I tell a story about one gentleman who couldn't make it tonight, and it was December of 2010. I was doing about an all-nighter a week at that point to close on our financing. And I looked at this attorney whose family had just left for Mexico on a vacation that he had given up to help us close. And I couldn't look him in the eye because his eyes were so red that I felt so bad for having done it to him. I'm sure you all know that I would be remiss to not thank the big elephant in Hyde Park, and that is the University of Chicago. And I say that jokingly because, in fact, Jim Hennessy and his team, and all the way up to the board and the president, and Josh Scherfman, the consultants they've worked with, and everybody, were the ones who really had the vision for this. And again, I know in a community like this, it's scary to have an entity that has that much in the way of resources. It can feel like they dominate. But as an outsider's perspective, and now hopefully as one who is in the community, I hope you allow me to say that we are fortunate to have them, that I think among the universities that we work with around the country, University of Chicago is exemplary in terms of how it approaches the integration of its institution with the greater community for the common good. So I want to transition this, and I'm going to end this toast here, which is probably the longest one you've ever heard here. But to say that all that in a way is in the past, and hopefully provided a good foundation for moving forward. And the proof of who we are and what we are today is going to be in the team that we have in place. And so I'm going to introduce to you Anthony Beach, who's the general manager of this hotel, and who was selected by a gentleman from the Olympia team who unfortunately can't be here with us today because he's busy preparing for the opening of our next hotel at University in Durham, and that's John Schultzel. Kevin Mahaney's got a great team, and John Schultzel's got a great team, and we've got a great team here at this hotel. And if you haven't met our folks yet, the more you come and stay, the more you're going to realize this is one hospitable group. So Anthony, take it over.
It's taking all my time, so.
5 minutes and 16 seconds.
But I have the opportunity to ask you to raise your glasses, which that's my honor right now. I had a distinct opportunity to thank each and every last one of you. Everybody's in here has played some part in some form of fashion in helping this building get off the ground and for the opportunity for us to stand aside right now. So while my team accuses me of being melodramatic, I'll try to reduce a lot of that and refrain from the hyperboles and say it had been a dream. It has been a dream. Today is the culmination of that dream becoming reality. And I toast each and every last one of you and thank you on behalf of my team, on behalf of the Hyatt Place Chicago South, Mount Ford University Medical Center. Thank you for making that dream come true. Thank you.
Cheers.